everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you had a safe week. The onslaught continues. I think I'm at that point where if I don't laugh, I might cry. And there's definitely been a lot of crying, so I'm sure that I'm not alone in that aspect. I'm filming this video the day that there are protests taking place across the US over what's been happening on Capitol Hill and the use of unelected persons, and the fact that they just sent a whole list of FBI agents in the clear using non-secure email servers. It just blows the mind. And there is a topic on today's video for our Sunday musing, and no, this is not the chicken and garden update, but if you go and watch the chicken and garden update, you will see that it's currently very slushy here. We had a very, very cold week, and then we got loads of snow, and then we've got slush. There's more snow, I think, forecast tomorrow. I have to drive up. It's actually Wednesday when we're recording this because I have to go up to Seattle on Thursday for an unexpected appointment, which has caused all of our production schedule to be thrown up in the air. So 10 is being recorded like a whole day early. I haven't put my makeup on because it's horrible outside, but I'll do that before I film 10. But hence the reason that I am holding the camera and I'm in my big greenhouse. If you haven't seen my big greenhouse, you need to go and watch the chicken and garden update. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, which is who is going to stand up to what's happening in the EV world right now, or specifically what is happening in the wider world that is connected, unfortunately, inextricably linked to the EV world because of a certain Tesla CEO who was working for the Department of Government Efficiency in an unelected position that has given him and, some employees from his company what feels like unfettered access to governmental records, taxpayer information, and all of that. I am not a lawyer. I do not pretend to be one. There are plenty of other channels talking about the constitutionality of this all and whether it's legal or not, and I'm not going to wade into that particular discussion. But what I am going to do is ask what we in the EV world should be doing about this, because at the end of the day, this individual, Elon Musk, has been a part of our EV world. He has helped bring about, EVs. I wouldn't go as far as to say he caused the EV revolution, because I genuinely do not believe he did. I know there are other people who would disagree with me on that, and I know that I have a very privileged position. I've been driving EVs far longer than Tesla has been making them. Well, not far longer. I started driving EVs in, I think, 2006, 2007. But I have existed in a world without Tesla. I've not owned a Tesla. And while Tesla has had a big impact on the industry, I think there are a lot of people who choose to ignore what is going on right now and either try and excuse it away for their own reasons, i.e., I own one of these vehicles and I'm guilty and I don't feel good about it, and therefore I want to pretend it's not happening. I've encountered people who've kind of said that in as many words. Or I don't think EVs are political, which is ridiculous because everything is political one way or another. Or people who genuinely don't think that what's happening is necessarily bad. But I have noticed a complete lack of accountability in our industry. And I wouldn't say a complete lack, maybe that's a bit harsh. There are many voices in our space who I had hoped would stand up and go, "Oi, that's not okay. How you're treating other people is not okay. Please stop." I had hoped in the past that shareholders at the company would be more vocal about some of the nasty stuff he was doing, the way he was treating people. And I've got to say that it's left me feeling really disheartened with the EV community, because the EV community used to be about, wanting to make the world a better place for everybody. And I genuinely feel a little disenfranchised right now. And I know that many of you do too. We have come under an extreme amount of heat from people for speaking up and out against some of the things that have been happening. We've lost lots of subscribers, we've lost lots of supporters. But as I've mentioned in other videos before, I think that when something is not in line with what a company's goals in the past would be stated to be, when a company leader is maliciously spreading disinformation and benefiting off of that, and entering into a position that gives them unfettered access to effectively have a leg up on the competition, I think we do need to talk out and say, oi, this is not happening. So today, I want your opinion. Who will stand up to Elon Musk in the EV world? Is it going to be another company? Probably not, because right now the EV marketplace is dominated by Tesla. The charging networks, all of the automakers have shifted over to Tesla's NACS, or say they will. I think, honestly, a lot of that is going to be up in the air after this, because I think there's going to be some companies that will work to distance themselves. I know that people have commented that Ford is still keeping the CCS plug on its vehicles for 2025, and maybe that's part of that. But I think there is so much power given to Tesla and Elon Musk right now that I think there are people who are afraid of standing up and saying no more. And so my question is to you, who will stand up? I had hoped that a lot of commentators in the EV space would do so. And there have been many channels that I have traditionally thought very highly of. I'm not going to name them, who have remained unusually quiet. And I'm trying to grok why that is. As you know, I am a weirdo. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I say what I mean and mean what I say. Sometimes I do screw things up. I'm not going to say that I'm perfect, because I know I'm not. But when you are in a position of privilege, which I am, I'm in a position of privilege in this market, I think it's important for us to be willing to stick our necks out every now and then and go, this is not okay, this is not good. And I'm curious as to why so many have remained silent, specifically on YouTube, but on other social media platforms too. I wrote a post this week on LinkedIn. I'm working on a video that hopefully will drop early next week on this very topic. So this is my Sunday musing on it. And as you know, sometimes I do this. I'll do a Sunday musing on a topic, and then I'll do like a scripted piece that I will push out shortly after. And one of the things that I'm going to be asking in that video, I have some ideas. Here is why I think these companies are not saying anything. Here's why I think a lot of these people are not saying anything. And the too long didn't read is that fear plays into it, but also retributions and the need to kiss the ring and all of the other things from a corporate level. But from an individual standpoint, I'm kind of stumped. Now, I have a long drive up to Seattle tomorrow, and I'll be thinking about this more to refine my script before I film it next week. But I would love to know your particular thoughts on this in the down below. Who is going to stand up and say this is not okay? I think we are at a point right now where there are many people who are willing, who maybe are not EV drivers, who have always maybe had a bit of an anti-EV bent, or perhaps are people who have not always thought very highly of Tesla or Elon Musk. They are generally the people who are using, the swastika, names and the incel-mobile, those are derogatory terms I've heard other people use. And I apologise if they offend anybody. Those are the terms that I've heard making the rounds. And, you know, individuals saying stuff is one thing, but I just wonder why our industry as a whole is remaining mostly silent on this. There are a couple of news sites who are speaking up, but not very many. There are a couple of other YouTubers and content creators who are speaking up, but not very many. And what does it say about us as a community if we're not willing to stick our necks out and say stuff? I would love to know your thoughts in the down below. I promise next week that I will do my very best to be not in the greenhouse, because I know that the lighting here does weird things when I'm in here like this. And I will see you next week. Thanks for joining us today. And if you've got thoughts, make sure you leave them in our Discord chat room, on our Patreon page down below, or you can reach out to us on Mastodon or Blue Sky. Thanks to the amazing list of people scrolling by on your screen right now. They're part of the massive community of supporters who make this channel possible, helping us through Patreon and YouTube, covering our bills, paying our team, and helping us to remain 100% independent. If you'd like to join them and see your name listed here, just follow the links below. We've got options available across a range of different price points from just $1.50 US a month. A massive welcome to our newest supporters: Taylor Knox, Skyel, Andy, Gilardo Orzoko, Herb Suvesh, Dave Dittman, Christopher, Sean, Douglas Hill, Patrick Adams, How Many Wills Will Will Smith Smith If Will Smith Wills, Eridoon, Beazle Bob, William Hoffman, Cicadas Sing to hide existential dread at their short lives, Alan Benton, CC, Robert Howell, Mr. Hockey, and John DePoy. To join the list and get your shout out, become a paid Patreon member for your moment of fame, and you can even give membership to someone else. If you'd like to support us with a one-off donation, you'll find links below to make Ko-fi and Bitcoin donations, and we even have an old-fashioned PO box you can reach us at for the time being, addressed below. You'll also find links to our swag store, and if you're someone who has to shop on Amazon, please consider using our affiliate link so we get the commission, not Jeff Bezos. So we can continue to focus on making our content even better and reduce burnout, we're being a little freer with our release days, but plan on dropping new content every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday on our main channel, plus something over on Sunday on TE Take 2. If you want more, the algorithm that hates us thinks you should watch this video, but this video is one we'd like you to check out. Be awesome, be kind, be intentional, and don't forget to resist. Keep evolving!